Man. The sun'll come out tomorrow. Excuse me. Clear out any delusions about TIPHARETH. Clear it out. There's a reason why there's a class here titled Still Cruel. It's like one of the virtues. One of the strengths achieved is hope. Just hope. Like, hope. But keep on burning on. Hope. But keep on burning on. Yeah. Still cruel. House of Hufflepuff. There's hope. Star's whole lineage. Hope. Hope for 11 years. Keep being a slave. Keep doing the hope. Keep paying for this class. Keep paying for this one. Keep paying for this. I'll give you hope. Or $5,000 my way, I might teach you how to, heal people. Hope. Man, Hufflepuff. They fucking suck. There's a shadow component to Hufflepuff. It's wanting to stab something out of sheer frustration. They're still drowning in TIPHARETH instead of Kabbalah. Man. Action! I will do it! Sheer force! Boom, boom. So, I have 500 layers of velvets. And I don't have enough clips, right? So Lucifer is teaching me all the shit all the shit I've done lifetime after lifetime. And he goes, Hufflepuff. That's the one that fails. Gryffindor succeeds, kinda. But it's Ravenclaw's brilliance that figures out what to fucking do. And does it. He was teaching me how he did this. Oh my god, how he bridged the dawn together. It was with the gray aliens in Hode. How Ravenclaw figured out how to fucking do it with the Greys. And they brought Hode into the Supernals. Not human Hodes. Grey Hodes. Quantum physics masters. So, they're the ones who fucking did it. And that's rad. Because it's already done, but it's not done. You still have to do it in the physical. Masters of Hode. What? Ravenclaws, right? You don't incarnate onto a planet doomed to fail unless you figured out what you're gonna fucking do before you incarnate. And maybe you sacrifice your brain. Hode. That's Hode. Sacrificing your brain is nothing. Body. Still Hode. Ah! You Healers Academy. God. It's Hode. Enochian. Fairy magic. Ah! Netzach. Oh my god, we got a dimensional mastery. TIPHARETH. Thank God. Gaebera. Sign up with the dragons. Boom. Ravenclaw. Ah, fuck. How do we get to Ravenclaw? Oh, you sign up with the dragons, you think that's the answer. That's not the answer. Signing up the dragons is not the answer to everything. So, hope. Everything is illuminated. Not everything is illuminated. Not everything. There's nothing like watching that movie and going, ah, that's me. Crap. Fucking collecting shit and putting it in plastic bags. That was fucking rad. It was in all my apartment and like labeled in bags and like type A is shit. Yeah, nobody knows anything about me. Everything is illuminated. Piece together puzzles of your past. This life and the next. Learn from the past to create the future. Ode. You guys want to not understand that the Mayan lineage is TIPHARETH? Then why does it say it? It's our 5th class. It's Mayan gold coffee. For the longest time. Oh God, this is just narcissistic and I don't understand why. Every time I say the Mayan lineage, I just hear my own lineage. Every time. Almost every time. We're definitely now, as I am in TIPHARETH, not only is it one-way mirror, it's doubled one-way mirror. Period. Thanks, Christina. See how it's still chopped off like Hode? Hufflepuff sucks. That's why most of the people in the Mayan lineage are fat, but they're healers. Masters of healing the body. Hope. There's hope. They're more healers of the soul. And that's acceptable. They can heal the body too, though. Believe me. But nothing like Gabra can do. They call me Mellow Yellow. It's like people with allergies and preventing, them to eat the stuff. Like Gabra, like if you're sick, it's like work out. Get in your body. Severity trainings. Not too much, but burn and then burn and then burn and then burn until all the sickness is just burned out of you. Isn't that what yoga is supposed to be about? One component. So we go. So I watch this movie, right? I go to the theater and I go, the sun is also a star. And I look at the cast and I'm like, oh my God, they're beautiful. 2 actors I don't know anything about that look good. Boy, they just look stunning and beautiful and charismatic and filled with love. And I watch what a shit-ass script. That fucking sucked. It blew. It was lame as shit. They call me Mellow Yellow. That's as anticlimactic as possible. So. A witch is also a star. No, a star is also a witch, but a witch isn't necessarily a star. I could do both, actually. It's pretty weird. That's the point of TIPHARETH. There is no shadow, but inside of it, there is shadow. There's nothing that casts a greater shadow than a star that dies, or that a star shines onto something really hard. That also creates a really fucking shit-ass shadow. So now we understand TIPHARETH. You imagine being so gifted at something. And just cast such a huge shadow that nobody can ever catch up to. Your entire life. Man. This fucking sucks. So, I went through my garden. The pink is TIPHARETH, but the green, but it has yellow Bic written on it. So that works. But the pink came through, so that's cool. Or cruel. I don't know yet. I'm still hoping for anyone to wake up. Isn't that what the whole Little Miss Sunshine thing is? Is the understanding of hope and fallacies. What a great movie to put on the list. So, there's going to be a lot of nostalgia, personal stories, friends, authenticity. It's all marshmallow stuff. It's all TIPHARETH. So if you're getting the marshmallow downloads, good for you. Star's lineage is just a little too marshmallow. And that's not a bad thing. You understand why? Sometimes you need it. You need a little too marshmallow in life. You do. Because when Gabriel comes along, man. And there's just like blood and war everywhere. The marshmallow is like, that's soothing and balanced and love. So, the oil that's going to come through, it's not the traditional stuff. It's a new teaching for you guys. It's the lemon balm. That should be TIPHARETH, shouldn't it? It's Melissa. Now, if Melza is watching this, it's very much like our friendship, which was a very little unorthodox, but there was still love and a lot of hurt, a lot of repair that can be done too. Because Melissa, on my list of friends I've ever had in my life, was one of them. And let me just tell you, I've had 3.5 real friends my entire life. Nina, Josh, Lynn, and then Melissa. So she gets the half, but it's still a real one. She knows why. She can be the 4th, not just 3.5. Let me tell you one thing. It's the people that you could absolutely, actually be real with and yourself. Period. And that they could be it too. She'd understand why I'd give her the half. But it's fine. So I went walking through the garden. Yeah, that's all. Nina Hester. And then there's another half somewhere, Nina Joshi. Indian princess. So we had Josh Alfar, and then we have Freeman, but not, he's love, but not he's a fake fucking friend, but a real friend, but a fake one. So there's a difference. Josh Alfaro in college, Lynn, God, those people. Nina Hester, Melissa Elza, and Nina Joshi. And then some of these other people, good people that coming into my life. Friends, but in like the secondary kind of circle way. Third circle, etc., etc. All right. That's like people that make you feel home. When we talk about our TIPHARETH journals that all of you guys have to do for your entire life story, You gotta be as honest as that about your experience and life. Because otherwise, it's just mush. Too much marshmallow. So I was walking through the park, trying to find the TIPHARETH lighter for months, right? And some black man dropped a yellow lighter, and it landed at his feet. And he looked at me as I looked at the lighter. And I was thinking, man, I should have stolen it and picked it up and then go, you snooze, you lose. And that would have been the best thing I could have ever done. And instead, I just let him look at me like I was a weirdo. I should have done it, and boy, do I regret not doing it. Boy, do I regret not doing that. That would have been the best thing in the world. So instead, I get this shit, because I didn't steal the yellow lighter from the handsome black man in the park. This is just crazy. Anyway, so, man. So Josh was from Guatemala, and he was the funniest. No, he's not from Guatemala, but he's Guatemalan. He's from LA, dudes. And he's Guatemalan, and he's the funniest person alive. And college with him and Lynn was my favorite experience. Nina Hester is like the most gorgeous stripper. And you could never say that she was a stripper, ever, unless you were reverent about it, or I'd punch you in the fucking teeth. That kind of thing. I have spent my lifetime being friends with rejects or weirdos or minorities. And I love them. Period. Nina Joshi, this Indian princess I went to Otis with. She was a year younger than me, just like Nina Hester. And man, does that girl know how to complain. And that's why I call her an Indian princess. She was the funniest thing I ever experienced in my life, because I've never been around somebody who complained more, but it felt so refreshing and so positive. Nobody knows how to do that like Indian women. Man. So, anyway, let's move forward. That's my life. Those were the only friends I've really had. 36 years old. Everybody else made me feel like I had to put on a mask and fake it. Melza is probably the most vanilla person. But she's a bit of a marshmallow on the inside. Nobody knows that about her. She's also a bit of Gryffindor on the outside and inside too. So I was walking through the gardens and I didn't steal the yellow lighter. And then like a month passed and I didn't get another yellow lighter. And I was really laughing at myself for not stealing the yellow lighter and wondering, when am I going to get one? So I found this underneath the willow tree. I go, that's fucking green. But at least it's like tennis ball green. and it has a little bit of green and yellow on it. So at least that's a little bit of TIPHARETH. And then we've got the pink. That's also TIPHARETH. Because just because it's yellow in Bria doesn't mean it's not pink. Which one? In Yetzirah, I believe. And it's salmony in Yetzirah. And then it's in Atziluth, it's pink. I haven't even done the colors for it yet. So I'm going to light the candle with this. Do you see how the Tinkerbell pixie energy is like TIPHARETH? So we're doing the dual flame. Oh, don't drip on the computer, dude. That would not be good. On the metal part of the computer, but not the tracking pad. Melissa. Do I really wear glasses? No, I have perfect eyesight. It's a stage performance. Hey, look, I can actually see myself. Nostalgia. Oh, man. I don't even know what I was doing. See? That's Hufflepuff energy. Nobody's ever gonna get it. But that understanding that's like, I don't understand what I'm doing. I'm floundering. There's hope. Now, Star's gonna get maybe mad if I share this story, but I'm going to share it. Because nobody knows Star that much. Star is very gifted at healing, but not at practical healing. I arrived to the dome. Star's big toe is rotten. She had stepped on a nail. This is TIPHARETH. This is the shadow of TIPHARETH. She had stepped on a nail, and it infected her big toe. And she kept on making me redress this wound over and over and take on the Band-Aids and layer on the Neosporin day after day. And all I wanted to do was shake her and force her to do what I wanted to do, which was stick her toe in some fucking salt water and then go sit outside and air it out. Like an athlete. Like an athlete with intelligence and practical, pragmatic ways to heal shit. I could barely get a word in because Star is such a star. I couldn't get a word in for how to get her to practically heal her toe. And I was just the dumb, lowly apprentice who knew nothing. Not like 20 years of being beaten to death by my family. And sports had helped me amass any level of intelligence about how to heal gaping wounds. So, I let her suffer. And she went to the doctor maybe 2-3 weeks later with her toe still not fixed or still not healed. And the doctor told her to stop putting the Band-Aids on and the Neosporin, and she would listen to the doctor. The same thing happened when I started doing detoxing on my body. That star would just laugh at me. Why are you detoxing? Liver cleansing. Star is such a star. I could barely get a word in. By the end of my time with Star, she was being forced to do a juice cleanse and detoxing from her doctor. And she laughed. She laughed at me, and she laughed at God, because she understood. If I could not have to do any magic and just go to Dumbledore and get him to tell SeaWorld to free the whales and why it needs to get done, I would. Practicality. I don't feel like people need to spend $2,000 a day to heal cancer. They can go get Gerson therapy, which was never offered as healing training in the Mayan lineage. How sad. So this is the Hufflepuff stuff. Do you understand? So when people got cancer in the Mayan lineage, they were like, oh no, I still got cancer. And nobody wanted to listen to my pragmatism or knowledge about anything, ever. Ever. And that's Hufflepuff for you. So they all wanted to play victims. They all wanted to heal themselves with energy treatments. And nobody ever listened to me about anything. You notice how none of those people on my friends list were actually in the Mayan lineage? I still appreciate them. And there's a lot of deeper healing that came through from the Mayan lineage on soul levels and mental body levels. So, understand that. Hufflepuff. There was nothing like having Inga remind me. So I was about to forsake my Kabbalah training for a class with Brooke, who's about as Hufflepuff as could ever be. I was gonna forsake my Kabbalah training, tap out halfway through the second round, not the first one. So that I could take Eternal Mobius with Brooke. And Inga comes along and go, don't do that. That's about as true friendship as I could get with Inga. Like, don't do these things. So there's something good there. But here is a room of sacred healers. And I was an apprentice of Star. And Inga was the only one in the entire lineage to even send me an email when I was starving to death on a beach. That's Hufflepuff for you, backstabbers. Selena paid me for a job, but there was no love that actually came through. What really happened was Elaine showed up to, thank God, ground me into thinking I wasn't insane and that I had some support. The crow wisdom. Thank God. And I would really like to get to know Elaine much deeper. And then the Tara has popped up. And people that I would actually like to be real friends with down the line. Because boy, has it been one lonely ass road on this planet. So, TIPHARETH. It was Elaine that got me through my hunger strike. Kept me sane with Simon and support from Star, astrally, and my spirit guides, mentally, emotionally. It was the idea that Inga cared about me, but not enough. And that's okay. Just like nobody cares about the whales enough, or the planet enough. Nobody cares enough to even listen to me. So, that is the shadow side of the Mayan lineage. The bigger shadow is the $20,000 that I paid Brooke. And the $2,000 for dimensional mastery I paid her. She did that to me, and I decided not to go. And then she kept the money. And I starved to death on a beach, poor and homeless. And Brooke is sitting on the money I paid her. A miracle healer! $20,000! A miracle healer! But Brooke left the Mayan lineage a long time ago, but still. You see? It's the backstabbing Christ energy. So, $20,000. You know what she did? She stole the little ounce of hope I ever had left. As she told me she was my master guru. Not Star, not the Dalai Lama. She was. And then she left me to rot and be tortured for years. But that's fine. That's why instead of, dieting and exercising to lose weight, she would slice open her body and get gastric bypass surgery instead. Instead of doing the real work and the real lessons from God, where she couldn't cheat. So if she thinks she's Gryffindor, I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off. I kind of like the lime. Get rid of the lies. TIPHARETH. There's nothing like hearing Zabi's stories from Zabi's daughters about what Brooke did to Zabi. Do you get Hufflepuff? It's a bunch of backstabbing women that all pretend they're not competing. And that's why I love Elaine. She'll just take a bat to it and just go fuck all of it. TIPHARETH. Here is our Beauty and the Beast candle. Because I am cursing everybody. This whole planet is under one Beauty and the Beast curse. Because everybody has not graduated from TIPHARETH. Except for maybe Misty. Out of pride. Because when I look at Misty, I don't see pride. I see a girl who's been slaughtered and crucified. Just like me, fallen through every single crack and backstabbed by almost everyone. Which is why she can get into Kabbalah. It's gonna be rad. Because while building the Kali Isis temple, and I'm getting the downloads for Archangel Kamael from God, God kept on pointing out Misty, not Star, to me. Misty, please. Kabbalah. More Beauty and the Beast. Man, red roses and TIPHARETH really stand out. And still, nobody has sent me an email to even apologize or ask if I even need a healing session. But everybody's a Christ. And I'm just the crazy one. I'm too demanding. One to initiate. And then Elaine just gives me the thumbs up. Boom! Keep going. Elaine is probably one of the most divergent women on the planet. Right brain. 2 to activate. And 3 to portal it through. The thing I love about TIPHARETH the most is that I can be just one giant muggle here. And I'm happy. Feel the magic come through. Maybe I should teach you guys something about, my Kabbalah journey. I'll go get... Oh, I already have 3 of them. Right here. My cup for Yesod. One of my cups for Hod. See where so one sits on top, and so it's a fountain of charms. There are cherries on top for Natsok. And there's the mirror teaching. And the metal bending braids. For Tifharet, God was showing me a couple. One with the honeycomb, like a goblet. But the first one that popped up was an onyx thumbprint cup. And it looks like a marshmallow. It's just like a little bit marshmallow on it. You're a little too marshmallow. Or you need a little more marshmallow. Both. If I'm too marshmallowy, it's because I'm sitting and teaching and designing instead of burning my ass out outside, right? On the mat, running, etc. Indulging in nostalgia. If I'm not marshmallow enough, it's like, Gabriel! I'm ready to slaughter everybody. That. So, does everybody see that Hufflepuff isn't that great? And why they might not be better than Slytherin? We'll see. Collar out.